Well, alright then. We hit record low ratings and we're setting people on fire now. They're desperate, people. They want you to watch. God damn. In all seriousness, I am not gonna lie. I thought WWE TLC was a pretty entertaining show. Well, for the most part, I liked it for the good and bad. Regardless of how you see it, I can't say I hated the show. Matter of fact, I think it's one of WWE's best shows all year. I'm sorry. I know most of you will probably hate me saying that, but look. When you set someone on fire to end your show, it's kind of hard to hate it. By the way, welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx. This is my review for WWE Tables, Ladders, and Chairs 2020 and Fire. I guess Tables, Ladders, and Chairs and Fire! Fire! Cut that reference so we can be friends. Now, I'm not going to go in order. I'm just going to talk about what I remember, and then you guys just give me your thoughts down below about the show. So, I was a bit worried about this show going into it. Not just because the hype has been trash, like most shows have been, but there aren't a lot of tables, ladders, and chairs matches. We have 2 TLC matches, which I thought was also going to be an issue. You kind of want to reduce that to just 1. Why are we doing 2? But I'll tell you what, out of the 2 we got, one of them might have been one of my favorites I've seen in a long time. I'm not even kidding you. I thought of the 2 TLC matches we got, the one with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns was absolutely fantastic. I loved every single second of it. The story was solid. It was simple. Very simple. Could Roman Reigns beat down Kevin Owens? Did he have enough strength? Did he have it in him? Could he put down KO? And what we got was some of the most vicious spots I've seen in this thing we call TLC since the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and Dudley Boys, of course, but they beat the piss out of each other. There was a spot, actually, at the beginning of the match, Roman Reigns came out, Kevin Owens sidetracked him, and then he just dominated the match. He dominated Roman and Jey Uso for a good while. And for the longest time, I was sitting here going, why are we just having Roman and Jey beat up Owens for these past few weeks? He's got no offense. Nothing on Roman. And now I see. They saved it all for this match. Because I personally felt Kevin Owens had one of his best performances. One of his best performances on the main roster. It was amazing. And I hope WWE capitalizes on this. Kevin touched. His fingertips were on the belt. So the fact that he got real close, he touched it and he failed, we need to capitalize on that. Seriously, we need to take what this match set up and use it to set up some kind of a WrestleMania headline match, a headline WrestleMania match with somebody. Because, and I keep saying this when it comes to champions, the best champions are the ones who elevate their opponents. So far, Roman's been killing it. He has elevated Jey Uso, and he's elevated Kevin Owens, who, by the way, hasn't looked this good since 2016, honestly. He hasn't looked good all that much. Yes, you can bring up his feud with Shane McMahon, but really? This Kevin Owens, this is the closest we've gotten to NXT Kevin Owens. I might even say this is the closest we've gotten to Kevin Steen. This was awesome. Do not let this go to waste. Use this match to launch a completely psychopathic Kevin Owens. Have him snap. Hell, have him go Kevin Steen on y'all asses. I want this to lead to something, because this was an awesome performance, and he has earned a headline match at WrestleMania. Loved it. My match of the night, for sure. The other TLC match, so I won't lie, I didn't watch the entire thing. I kind of came in late. It was only like 5 minutes late, though, so I shouldn't have missed too much. Maybe I missed something really cool at the beginning, but I didn't think it was all that great. I thought it was decent. It felt like AJ and Drew were going through the motions. Yeah, I didn't feel it. When Miz got in, it picked up, and it got a lot more interesting because they picked up the pace. The pace picked up when Miz got in there, and he, of course, he cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase to be a part of the match, turning it into a triple threat. So that part of the match was good. Before then, I was just like, yo, this is kind of boring. I actually might have liked it if it was just a regular match. My personal opinion. Now, AJ, of course, was a bumping machine, as he always is. Drew did his part as well, but I guess my issue was not at one point did I think Drew was losing that belt. Even when Miz cashed in, I was like, Miz isn't going to get this belt. Yes, I get it. Low ratings for Raw. Raw has the lowest ratings ever, so we want to mix it up. Maybe Miz would have won. Really? That's your solution? Put the bet on Miz? Right now, McIntyre is one of your biggest stars. One of the most well-known people you have. And one of the best booked guys you have. So why would you take the belt off of him to put on The Miz, who's been a joke for years? I'm sorry, he has. His run in 2016 was the only time I saw him as a legit main event player. Ever since then, he hasn't come close. So I wasn't at all believing Miz winning that belt. I was like, he's not winning the belt. And he didn't. McIntyre retained. My favorite part of the match, honestly, was when Big Almost, not almost, but almost, got hit in the back with a steel chair by John Morrison. By John Morrison. And the chair shattered, and it did nothing to him. That chair shattered on him like he was Luke Cage. And then John Morrison got the hell out of there. So yeah, Big O looking like Luke Cage. I like that. Kind of wish he won the belt. I'm joking, but yeah, it was decent. I didn't think it was terrible. There wasn't really a bad match on this card. Even the other matches were pretty good. I'm gonna save that Inferno match for last because we gotta talk about that one. Women's Tag Team Championship match. Woo! Did not call it. I told y'all. It was too obvious. Woo! My girl Charlotte came back and helped Asuka win the tag team titles. So here's what's getting ready to happen. Now that Nia Jax and Shayna are out the picture, we're going to have Charlotte and Asuka go on a streak with that belt, with them belts. Charlotte's going to turn on Asuka, and we're going to do Asuka and Charlotte at WrestleMania. And Charlotte, woo, is getting her belt back. Is that best for business? Is that the best way to book your talent? No. But guess what? Deal with it. It's Charlotte Flair. You already know she's going to break her daddy's record. So, get used to it. Woo! I've already accepted that Charlotte's going to get the belt. As soon as she came back, honestly, I was like, yep. I hope you enjoyed that run, Asuka. It was a decent run. You did some pretty decent things with it, feuding with Sasha Banks and all that, but it's time to give Charlotte her championship back. You know how this works. I'm sorry. Or if Becky, because Becky, she's not going to be in shape to fight her at WrestleMania. They could do Ronda and Charlotte. Isn't that the match they've been trying to do anyways? Well, if Ronda does come back, that's definitely the match they're going to do. So we'll see. What do y'all think? Asuka Charlotte? Or I was going to say Naomi Charlotte. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be nice? Psych. They're not going to do that. Ronda Charlotte or Asuka and Charlotte. Those are your WrestleMania matches for the Raw side. Women's Championship match for SmackDown. Sasha Banks taking on blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America. Carmella. I like how she looked. I like the outfit. I think she's starting to weave in some previous ways she looked with her past character with the new one. Because I wasn't really digging the look when she first debuted. I was like, okay, that's a bit much. But now that she's starting to look like Carmella with this gimmick, now I'm actually starting to get into it. The match was solid. People are saying this was Carmella's best match on the main roster, to which I go, it was? I'm almost certain she's had at least 1 or 2 more matches that were better. I'm almost certain. I promise you, I know I've seen her in better matches. I can name you an NXT match between her and Bayley that I thought was outstanding. Main roster, though? Yeah, I don't know if this was the best. Nah. It couldn't have been her. Nah, it wasn't her best match. It was a solid match. Sasha was bumping her ass off to make her look good, so respect to that. Yeah, I liked it. I thought Carmella did a pretty decent job. And Sasha won. She retained, so what's there to complain about? Where do we go from here? I have no idea. You tell me. I don't know what you do with Carmella after this. I think she might be... the gimmick might already be done. Maybe make her a valet? She looks better as a valet anyways. I don't know, do something with her. She lost to Sasha, so this is over with. Okay, so the main event. Is it time for the main event? Because there's only 6 matches, right? Yeah. Maybe that's also why I like the show. There's only 6 matches. Something to think about, WWE. Alright. Firefly Inferno match. So, this was a cinematic. I had a feeling that it had to be because... Well, with that ending, you... Look. I am one of those people who is burnt out with cinematic matches. I personally think in 2021 we need to scale back on them. With that said, this was one of the better ones. This was surprisingly good. I thought they did a lot of unique spots in there. I love seeing the Fiend set stuff on fire to hit Randy Orton with, because that's smart. You're over here using all these weapons. You want to set him on fire, so you get a belt, set it on fire, chase after Randy Orton, get a freaking pickaxe, set that on fire, chase after Randy Orton, and Randy Orton is just running. That's how it should be booked. That was smart. I like that. Now, the ending comes with Randy Orton. By the way, Randy Orton had he had some gear on. I think he had like a coat and pants. The ending comes where Randy Orton, I think, tries to go for an RKO on the outside. And the Fiend does the mandible claw, and he's pushing Randy Orton into the fire. But then Randy Orton turns him around and pushes him into the fire, and the Fiend gets set on fire. And you're like, okay, well, he won. And the Fiend starts walking while he's on fire, thinking like, what, you thought that was it? You thought that was it? Like Jason Voorhees or something like that, which I thought was great. And then Randy Orton hit an RKO while the Fiend was on fire. That was awesome. I think that's part of the reason why I like this. That was really cool. That was actually one of my favorite RKO spots I've seen so far. That was really cool. RKO while he was on fire. Oh, but then, we ain't done. After he won the match, the bell didn't ring, by the way, so is it official? He won the match. He won. Okay? He won. Just mark it down in the record books. He won the match. So, the Fiend's done. He's out. Because he was set on fire. Orton then goes to the outside, goes out to the ringside over here, gets some gasoline, a bucket of gasoline, comes inside and pours it on the Fiend. And I'm thinking to myself, he's not going to set him on fire. He's going to get up, and he's going to choke his ass out. Orton gets some matches, lights it up. I'm thinking, okay, the Fiend's gonna get up here, right? He's gonna get up. He's gonna stop this from happening, or the lights are gonna go out like they did with Ric Flair. Oh, we gotta protect Flair. We don't want to see him get his... See what I mean? Like, I still think that was dumb. But anyways, I mean, think about this. Some man got set on fire. And Randy Orton didn't actually kick Ric Flair, just so you guys know. If they can't show that, but they can show this, okay. Oh, it's pay-per-view. Oh my god. Anyways, but yeah, he dropped the match on him and he got set on fire. Now, I'm assuming, because this was a cinematic, that wasn't really Bray Wyatt. That was it was I don't know, some kind of a toy or a dummy that they did a very good job of making look like Bray Wyatt. Thought that was really, really, really cool. But yeah, he set him on fire and that bitch burned. And then Randy Orton got to the outside and did his whole... And I was just like, well, damn. Okay, that's something new. Yeah, I liked it. Randy Orton looking fucking awesome, setting a man on fire. Has the Fiend ever... Yeah, has the Fiend Bray Wyatt ever beaten Randy Orton? Not the Fiend in particular, but Bray Wyatt. I don't think Bray Wyatt has gotten one victory over Randy Orton. Okay, so I'm assuming if we're not going to do Edge and Orton at WrestleMania, which I'm pretty sure we will, then this is the feud to do for WrestleMania. Because this isn't it. I'm assuming we're not going to see the Fiend for a while. Because he got set on fire and he's done. He's done for a while. That's it. We'll probably do it one more time at Royal Rumble. Maybe one more match with these two at Royal Rumble. Which they should. But I better not see him tomorrow. I'm not necessarily going to watch Raw tomorrow night anyways. But I don't think he will either. But yeah, I don't... He better not appear tomorrow. He got set on fire. Well then. Yeah, I think we can agree this was definitely one of the better shows they've done all year. Congrats, WWE. You're not a complete, utter disaster as much as we thought. But to be fair, think about it. We had an outstanding TLC match with Roman and Kevin, which was going to be outstanding no matter what you did, because those two have great chemistry. You had a 6-match card, so it's kind of hard to hate the show when it's only a couple of matches. No matches were bad. And we had a surprising return. No, it wasn't. A return from Charlotte. New champs in the Hurt Business, which I love. That was a good move. Sasha retained, which was a good move. McIntyre kept the belt, which was a good move. So, no, like, it was a good show. It did its job. It wasn't a complete disaster. They didn't make any bad decisions. And it left us with a surprisingly shocking ending. I was like, you got set on fire. I like the show. 2 thumbs up. Give me your thoughts. How y'all feel about TLC? Thank you for watching. At least WWE ended the year on a good note. Will they continue this streak? They won't. But I would like to hear what you have to say. Catch you guys later. This is Alyx, signing out. Happy New Year, by the way, and Merry Christmas.